Justine, in her 30s, is receiving an experimental new vaccine against coronavirus.
And that's it.
That's it.
She'll get a second booster shot in 2 weeks' time and, if all goes to plan, should become immune.
Okay, this goes under your tongue.
She's one of around 300 volunteers who've been tested for coronavirus and deemed eligible to take part in this stage of human trials at Imperial College, London. Justine, how do you feel?
I feel really good, actually. It will definitely be something to tell the grandkids over supper one day.
And here's why. This is what Justine has just received. It works quite differently to other vaccines. It doesn't contain a full, albeit weakened copy of COVID-19. Instead, just a tiny piece of genetic material. The hope is that now that genetic material has found its way into one of her muscle cells, her body will be encouraged to produce antibodies, thereby conferring immunity to coronavirus. The vaccine is based on a synthetic strand of self-replicating code, or RNA. It's a technique that has never yet been brought to market, but one which could transform the way future vaccines are made.
That allows the vaccine to be very scalable, and that's exactly what you need when you've got a pandemic and you're talking about not just vaccinating millions, but potentially billions of people.
This is something of a gamble, though, isn't it? This is very, very high science.
That's true to say that. That makes it very exciting.
And part of the answer as to whether this method will work lies 250 miles north of the capital.
Look at this container here. This is a 5-litre Duran. This could potentially contain up to 5 million doses in there.
And how long will it take this production facility, when everything's up and running, to make a bottle like that?
So the process that we're working on developing will take 2 weeks to make the product and then encapsulate it so that it can go into humans.
Before they can do that, these scientists in Darlington are figuring out how to go from the experimental phase to a product that can be mass manufactured.
Imagine stirring a cup of tea with a spoon and then stirring a bucket with a spoon. You wouldn't get the same mixing effects.
So how quickly could you scale this up?
If you look at a more traditional vaccine, you'd be looking at around an 18-month programme. For this vaccine, we're looking between 4 and 6 months to get a scaled manufacturable process ready.
The vaccine will still have to be tested on thousands more in locations where the virus is still circulating. This is among 23 vaccines in clinical trials worldwide and one of several using RNA. But with billions of people to protect in this pandemic, developing a vaccine in such small doses could make a big impact soon.